My mother-in-law always had a sudden emergency on Valentine's Day, so this year I was ready for it. For the past 4 years, Delilah had perfected her timing. Each February 14th, a crisis would materialize exactly 1 hour before Garrett and I were supposed to leave for dinner. Year 1, her car broke down. We spent our anniversary at a mechanic shop. Year 2, a mysterious stomach virus that required Garrett to stay overnight. I ate takeout alone. Year 3, she'd locked herself out and needed him to break in through a window. Last year was my favorite. She called screaming about a break-in, only for us to discover her neighbor's cat had knocked over a lamp. This year, I'd planned ahead. I made our reservation for lunch instead of dinner, and told Delilah we were going out the following weekend. Valentine's Day arrived. We were getting dressed when his phone rang at 11:47 a.m. "Don't answer it," I said. He looked at the screen. "It's Mom. Let it go to voicemail." 3 more calls. Then mine started ringing. "What if it's actually serious?" Garrett asked. "It's never serious." We made it to the restaurant, ordered appetizers. Then Garrett's phone buzzed with a text from his sister. "Mom's in the hospital. Heart attack. Get here now." The color drained from his face. We abandoned our food and drove to County General. His sister Fiona was in the waiting room, scrolling through her phone, not crying, not panicking, scrolling. "Where is she?" Garrett demanded. Fiona looked up, confused. "Who? Mom, you texted she had a heart attack." "What? No, I didn't." Garrett showed her his phone. Fiona's eyes widened. "I didn't send that. I've been at brunch all morning." A nurse approached. "Are you here for Delilah? Is she okay?" Garrett asked. "She's fine." Checked herself and claiming chest pains. "All tests came back normal. She's been asking for you for the past hour." Fiona grabbed Garrett's arm. "Show me your phone." She pulled up her own messages. "I didn't text you. My last message was 3 days ago." "Then how?" "Mom has access to my iCloud," Fiona said slowly. "From when I had phone issues last year, Delilah had sent the text from Fiona's account, created a fake emergency, got herself admitted. We found her in room 237, sitting up in bed, wearing her most pitiful expression. "Oh, thank God you're here," she said. "I was so scared." "Mom?" I interrupted. Her face shifted. "We know what you did." Calculation replaced concern. "I don't know what you mean." "You sent that text from Fiona's iCloud." Delilah's eyes narrowed. "You're being paranoid." Garrett stared at his mother like he'd never seen her before. "All those years," he said quietly. "Every Valentine's Day. None of it was real." The mask dropped. "So what?" Delilah snapped. "You picked her over your own mother. Someone needs to remind you where your priorities should be. You faked a heart attack, and you would have ignored a real one." That's when 3 people walked into the room. A man in a suit, a woman with a briefcase, a hospital administrator. "Mrs. Delilah Morrison, I'm Detective Walsh. We need to discuss fraudulent use of emergency services and unauthorized account access." Delilah's face went white. The woman opened her briefcase. "I'm representing Fiona, who's pressing charges for identity theft." Garrett looked at me. I looked at Fiona, standing in the doorway. She shrugged. "I called them while you were driving, checked my iCloud activity. She's been reading my messages for 8 months. 8 months? Garrett whispered. "How else do you think she knows what Trevor and I are planning?" The detective pulled out handcuffs. Delilah screamed as they led her away. A nurse approached with a clipboard. "I need someone to sign discharge papers. She's being transferred to county holding." Garrett's phone buzzed. He looked at the screen and went gray. "What?" I asked. He turned it toward me. A text from his father, who'd been in Europe. "Just landed. Trevor called. What's happening with Delilah and Fiona? Why do I have 47 missed calls?" I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below. We stood in the hospital hallway. Garrett staring at his phone like it might explode. "Your dad's been in Barcelona for 3 weeks, I said slowly. "How does he know anything?" Fiona walked over, arms crossed. "Trevor called him when I said I was pressing charges. Thought Roger should know before he landed and found his wife in county jail." "This is insane," Garrett whispered. "This whole day is insane." His phone rang. Roger's name flashed on screen. "Answer it," I said. Garrett hit speaker. "Dad, what the hell is going on?" Roger's voice was rough, angry. "Trevor just told me Delilah's been arrested." "For what? Identity theft? That can't be right." "She hacked Fiona's iCloud," Garrett said. "Sent a fake text from Fiona's phone saying she'd had a heart attack, then checked herself into the hospital." Silence. "To ruin your Valentine's dinner?" "To ruin every Valentine's dinner," I said. "This is the 5th year." More silence. Then, "I need to call my lawyer." "Your lawyer?" Fiona cut in. "Dad, she committed actual crimes. Multiple crimes. She's still your mother. She's been reading my private messages for 8 months. Fiona's voice cracked. "Everything Trevor and I discussed. Our plans, our problems, our fights. She knew it all and used it against us." I heard Roger exhale. "I'm getting in a cab. Don't let them move her until I get there." He hung up. Garrett looked at me. "He's going to try to fix this." "Of course he is," Fiona said bitterly. "He always does." We ended up in the hospital cafeteria, none of us hungry but needing somewhere to sit. Somewhere that wasn't room 237, where Delilah had performed her tragic death scene. "I should have known," Fiona said, stirring cold coffee. "Last month, Trevor and I had this huge fight about whether to tell her we were moving to Portland. Next day, she calls crying about how no one tells her anything anymore, how she's losing her whole family." "She knew you were moving?" I asked. "We hadn't told anyone, not even Garrett." She looked at her brother. "Trevor wanted to wait until his job offer was official. Didn't want to jinx it." Garrett rubbed his face. "What else did she know?" "Everything." Fiona pulled out her phone, scrolling through her iCloud activity log. "Look at this. She accessed my messages 247 times in 8 months. My photos, my notes. She even read my therapy journal." I leaned in. The timestamps were damning. Multiple accesses per day. some at 2 a.m., some at 6 a.m. She was obsessed, I said. She was controlling, Fiona corrected. There's a difference. Garrett's phone buzzed. A text from Roger. 20 minutes out. We should go back upstairs, I said. I'm not going back there, Fiona said. I gave my statement to Detective Walsh. I signed the paperwork. I'm done. No, she stood up. I'm not watching Dad bail her out. I'm not listening to excuses. She violated my privacy for months. She faked a medical emergency. She impersonated me. Her voice broke. She destroyed any trust I had left. Trevor appeared from around the corner, tall, quiet, with kind eyes. He put his arm around Fiona. Come on, let's go home. They left. Garrett and I sat there, surrounded by the smell of overcooked vegetables and antiseptic. I should go up, he finally said. Do you want me to come? He hesitated. No, I need to do this alone. I watched him walk to the elevators, shoulders slumped. The same man who'd been excited about fancy appetizers 6 hours ago, before his mother had imploded our Valentine's Day. Again, I pulled out my phone and did what I always did when things got weird. I called my best friend Ramona. Hey, how's the romantic lunch? She answered. We're at County General. Delilah got arrested. What? I explained everything. The fake text, the iCloud breach, the 8 months of surveillance. Ramona listened without interrupting. One of the things I loved about her. So she's actually being charged? She asked when I finished. Detective Walsh seemed pretty serious. And Fiona's pressing charges for identity theft. Good. She should. Roger's on his way from the airport to fix it. Of course he is. Ramona sighed. How's Garrett taking it? He looks like someone ran over his childhood dog. His mother's a narcissist who's been sabotaging his marriage for years. He should be relieved. Should be, I agreed. But it's still his mom. Yeah. Pause. You okay? I'm sitting in a hospital cafeteria on Valentine's Day while my mother-in-law gets booked. I've had better holidays. Want me to come? I can be there in 30. No, but thanks. I'll call you later. We hung up. I bought another coffee I didn't want and tried not to think about our abandoned appetizers. Garrett came back 40 minutes later, face pale, eyes red. He's here, he said. Roger. He's with her lawyer now. Already? Called him from the cab. Some guy who handles white-collar crimes. He sat down hard. Mom's crying, saying she was scared, that she's been having panic attacks about losing us. Losing you to what? Happy marriages? He almost smiled. Almost. The lawyer says if she pays restitution and does community service, they might drop it to a misdemeanor. What about Fiona's charges? Roger's going to talk to her. Try to convince her to drop them. That's not fair. I know. He looked at me. I know it's not. But he's terrified she's going to go to jail. She should be terrified. She committed crimes. Multiple crimes, he corrected. Detective Walsh was very clear about the plural. We sat there. The cafeteria was emptying out. Evening shift starting, visitors leaving, someone's phone played bad ringtone music. I need to say something, Garrett said quietly. I waited. I'm sorry for all of it. Every Valentine's Day. Every time I made excuses for her. Every time I asked you to just let it go. He took my hand. You tried to tell me, and I didn't listen. You wanted to believe your mom loved you. She does love me. That's what makes it so fucked up. She loves me so much she can't stand the idea of me loving anyone else. I squeezed his hand. What do you want to do? I don't know. Roger wants us to wait here. He's arranging bail. I meant long term. What do you want to do about your relationship with her? He was quiet for a long time. I used to think boundaries were mean. Like, if you really loved someone, you'd accept them. All their flaws. All their issues. And now I think boundaries are the only thing that keeps love from becoming poison. Roger found us at 9:47 p.m., still in his travel clothes, expensive coat, designer luggage, looking every bit the corporate executive who could fix any problem with enough money. She's being released, he said without preamble. Bail's paid. Lawyer thinks he can work something out. What about Fiona? I asked. I'm handling it. She has the right to press charges. I know that. Roger's jaw tightened. But this family doesn't need to be torn apart over a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? Garrett stood up. Dad, she hacked Fiona's phone. For 8 months. That's not a misunderstanding. That's a felony. Your mother's not well. She's been struggling since you got married. He looked at me. Not kindly. This has been hard on her. Hard on her? I felt my temper spike. I'm sorry our marriage has been such a burden. That's not what I meant. Then what did you mean? Garrett cut in. Because it sounded like you're blaming us for her choices. Roger rubbed his eyes. Jet lag and exhaustion catching up. I'm trying to keep this family together. Something you two don't seem interested in. We're interested in having healthy relationships, I said. That's different. Healthy relationships require forgiveness. Forgiveness requires accountability first. We stared at each other. Roger broke first. She wants to see you. Both of you. No, Garrett said. She's your mother. Who faked a heart attack to manipulate me? She made a mistake. She makes a mistake every year. Garrett's voice echoed. People turned to look. Every single year she sabotages us. And every single year you excuse it. I'm not excusing anything. I'm trying to manage a crisis. By sweeping it under the rug like always. Roger's face flushed. Watch your tone. Or what? You'll hack my iCloud too? The words hung there. Ugly and sharp. Roger stepped back. I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. Don't. I meant it. Garrett grabbed his coat. We're leaving. Tell Mom we'll talk when she's ready to admit what she did. Actually admit it. Not this I made a mistake bullshit. Garrett, and tell Fiona we support her. Whatever she decides. We walked out. Didn't look back. Got in the car and sat there in the parking garage. I just told my dad off, Garrett said. You did? I don't think I've ever done that before. How does it feel? He thought about it. Scary. But also, right? I started the car. Let's go home. It's still Valentine's Day. Barely. We could get takeout. That Italian place on Maple? Is it even open this late? Only one way to find out. We drove. No music. Just the sound of traffic and Garrett occasionally sighing. When we pulled up to Giuseppe's, the lights were on. A miracle. Inside, the owner recognized us. Ah, the young couple. Where have you been? I saved you the good corner table. We got delayed, I said. Delayed on Valentine's Day? That's no good. He clucked his tongue. Come. I'll make you something special. Fix this terrible day. And somehow he did. Brought us wine and bruschetta and fresh pasta with cream sauce. Didn't ask questions. Just kept the food coming and the mood light. You know what's funny? Garrett said, twirling linguine. This is the first Valentine's dinner we've actually finished in 5 years. Technically, it's Valentine's night. Close enough. He raised his glass. To boundaries. To boundaries, I echoed. We clinked glasses, ate pasta, pretended we weren't both thinking about Delilah in county jail, and Roger furious at us and Fiona's 8 months of violated privacy. Around midnight, Garrett's phone buzzed. A text from Fiona. Thank you. Trevor says hi. Love you. He showed me. She never says I love you in texts. Today was a lot. Yeah. He put his phone away. Think Giuseppe's has dessert? Only one way to find out. He did. Tiramisu, 2 spoons. We ate it slowly, making the night last, making the moment good, because tomorrow would come, and with it, consequences, decisions, hard conversations. But tonight we had tiramisu, and that felt like enough. The next morning started with 17 missed calls. Garrett's phone, my phone, both lit up like Christmas trees. Roger mostly. A few from Delilah's number. One from a number we didn't recognize. Should we listen? I asked, coffee in hand. Probably. The unknown number was Detective Walsh. Mr. Morrison, this is Detective Walsh from County General. I need you to call me regarding your mother's case. Some new information has come to light. New information. That sounded ominous. Garrett called back on speaker. Walsh answered on the first ring. Mr. Morrison, thank you for calling back. What's going on? We've been going through your sister's phone records. The iCloud breach was extensive, but that's not all we found. What else? Your mother was also accessing financial accounts through your sister's saved passwords. Specifically, a joint savings account your sister shares with her partner. My stomach dropped. What? Garrett's face went white. Financial accounts? $23,000 withdrawn over 6 months. Small amounts. $500 here. $800 there. Always just under the threshold that would trigger fraud alerts. Oh my God! Your sister filed a police report this morning. We're adding wire fraud and grand larceny to the charges. Garrett sat down. Hard. Does my dad know? He was present when your sister filed the report. And? Walsh hesitated. He tried to offer restitution immediately. Your sister declined. Good. There's one more thing. We found evidence your mother was planning to access your accounts as well. Screenshots on her computer showing your bank's login page with password reset options. I felt sick. She was trying to hack our accounts too? Appears that way. We'd like you both to come in and make statements. We drove to the police station in silence. What do you even say? Your mother-in-law wasn't just controlling. She was a criminal, actively stealing from her own children. Fiona was already there. With Trevor. With a different lawyer. Not Roger's corporate guy. Someone who specialized in family financial crimes. Hey, she said when she saw us. Fee, I'm so sorry, Garrett said. Not your fault. I should have believed you. All those times you said something felt off. You believed your mother. Most people would. She looked tired. Eyes red. Roger's been calling all morning. Offering money. Begging me to drop it. Are you going to? No. Her voice was steady. Hard. Trevor and I were saving for a house. We had almost $30,000. She took a third of it. And she was going to keep taking until there was nothing left. We'll pay you back, Garrett said. Whatever she took, that's not the point. Fiona's lawyer touched her arm. She took a breath. The point is, she chose to steal from us, from her own daughter, and I'm done protecting her from consequences. Detective Walsh came out. Ms. Morrison, Mr. Morrison, we're ready for you. We spent the next 3 hours giving statements. Yes, Delilah had access to emergency funds we'd shared in the past. No, we hadn't noticed anything suspicious. Yes, we'd change all our passwords immediately. Yes, we understood this was a criminal matter now. When we finally left, it was after 2 p.m. None of us had eaten. Trevor suggested lunch, but nobody was hungry. What happens now? I asked. Arraignment tomorrow, Fiona's lawyer said. Given the amount stolen and the premeditation, she'll likely face significant charges. Prison time? Garrett's voice cracked. Possibly, though first offenders with means often get plea deals. The lawyer's expression softened. I know this is hard, but your sister did the right thing. We walked to our cars. February wind cutting through our coats. Roger's going to lose it, Garrett said. Roger enabled this, Fiona replied. For years, every time she did something inappropriate, he'd smooth it over, pay people off, make excuses. She looked at her brother. I love Dad, but he created the situation as much as she did. What are you going to do? Trevor and I are moving to Portland as planned. Maybe sooner now. We need distance. Fee, this isn't about you, she said gently. You're not her. You didn't do this. But I can't keep living in the same city as them, always waiting for the next boundary violation, the next manipulation. I get it. She hugged him, long and tight. Call me later? Yeah. Trevor and Fiona drove away. Garrett and I stood there in the parking lot. Giuseppe's again, I suggested. Giuseppe's again, he agreed. Roger showed up at our house that night. Didn't call, didn't text, just rang the doorbell at 8:37 p.m. Garrett opened the door. Dad, we need to talk. Come in. Roger looked older than yesterday. lines deeper, eyes haunted. He sat on our couch like he'd never seen one before. Fiona won't answer my calls, he said. Can you blame her? I'm trying to fix this. You can't fix this, I said. Not with money, not with lawyers, not with anything. She's my wife, your mother. I can't just... He stopped, started again. The financial charges. That's serious. That's prison time. She stole from her own daughter, Garrett said. What did you expect to happen? I expected family to stand together. We are standing together. With Fiona. Roger's face flushed. You're choosing your sister over your mother? I'm choosing the person who was victimized over the person who committed crimes. Yes, she's not well. She needs help, not punishment. She needs consequences, I said. There's a difference. Easy for you to say, she's not your mother. The words hung there, bitter, meant to hurt. No, I agreed. She's not. My mother respects boundaries, respects privacy, respects that I'm an adult who makes my own choices. Roger stood up. I came here hoping we could figure this out as a family. We're not a family, Garrett said quietly. Not the way you want us to be. We're a collection of people with the same DNA who've been pretending dysfunction is normal. That's not fair. It's completely fair. Mom manipulates. You enable. Fiona and I adapted by being hyper-responsible and trying to keep the peace. That's not healthy. That's not family. So what? You're done? Just like that? We're done pretending, Garrett said. There's a difference. Roger grabbed his coat, headed for the door, stopped. She's asking for you, both of you. She wants to explain. I'm sure she does. Will you at least think about it? Garrett looked at me. I shrugged. His choice. Maybe, he finally said. After the arraignment. After we see if she takes accountability. Real accountability. Not the performance she's so good at. Roger left. We listened to his car start. Listened to him drive away. Giuseppe's? Garrett asked. We can't keep eating Giuseppe's every night. Why not? It's our tradition now. Valentine's catastrophe tradition. I laughed. Couldn't help it. Fine. Giuseppe's. I'm getting the carbonara this time. Lev dangerously. We drove through dark streets. Our small city quiet at this hour. Giuseppe's was almost empty. Mid-week lull. The owner saw us coming and grinned. Ah, the young couple returns. 2 nights in a row. This is love. If only he knew. The arraignment was set for Thursday. Garrett took the day off. I called in sick. We met Fiona and Trevor at the courthouse at 9 a.m. Roger was already there. With Delilah's lawyer. With Delilah. She looked small, fragile, hair perfect, makeup flawless, playing the part of tragic victim to perfection. When she saw us, her face lit up. Garrett! Oh, sweetheart, thank God you're here. She moved toward him. He stepped back. Don't, he said. Her smile faltered. Darling, I know you're upset, but I'm not upset. I'm done. Done? She looked at Roger, at the lawyer, back at Garrett. What do you mean done? I mean, I'm not playing this game anymore. Game? This isn't a game. I'm your mother. You're a woman who stole $23,000 from my sister, who hacked her phone, who's been manipulating us for years. His voice stayed level, calm, more devastating than shouting. And I'm done. Delilah's eyes filled with tears. Real ones or performed ones? Impossible to tell anymore. How can you say that after everything I've done for you? What have you done? Besides sabotage every relationship I've tried to build? I protected you. From what? Happiness? The lawyer touched Delilah's arm. Mrs. Morrison, perhaps we should go inside. No. She turned to Fiona. This is all your fault. Turning your brother against me. You always were jealous. Don't. Trevor stepped between them, tall, solid, protective. Don't talk to her. Delilah looked shocked, like servants weren't supposed to speak. Excuse me? You heard me. Don't talk to Fiona. Don't look at her. Don't contact her ever again. You can't tell me. I absolutely can. Trevor's voice stayed soft, polite even, but there was steel underneath. You violated her privacy, stole her money, and now you're playing victim. It's disgusting. Roger moved forward. Now, wait just a minute. No. Fiona's voice cut through. Trevor's right. I'm done, Mother. Completely done. After today, we're moving. You won't have our address. You won't have our numbers. You'll have nothing. You can't do this. Watch me. The bailiff opened the courtroom doors. State versus Morrison, all parties inside. We filed in, took seats on opposite sides. Delilah with Roger and her lawyer, us with Fiona and Trevor. The divide couldn't have been clearer. The judge was a woman in her 60s, silver hair, sharp eyes. She reviewed the charges with an expression that said she'd seen this before. Suburban family drama playing out in her courtroom. Mrs. Morrison, you're charged with identity theft, unauthorized access to computer systems, wire fraud, and grand larceny. How do you plead? Delilah's lawyer stood. Not guilty, Your Honor. Noted. Bail is set at $50,000. Trial date to be determined. Ms. Morrison? She looked at Fiona. I understand you're the primary victim here. Yes, Your Honor. There's been a request for a restraining order? Yes. Granted. Mrs. Delilah Morrison is to have no contact with Fiona Morrison or Trevor Hughes. No calls, no texts, no emails, no third-party contact. Violation will result in immediate arrest. Clear? Delilah gasped. You can't. The gavel came down. I just did. Next case. Outside the courthouse, Roger tried one more time. This is insane, he said. She's your mother, your family. Being family doesn't give her the right to commit crimes, Fiona said. It was a mistake. It was theft. Premeditated theft over 6 months. Trevor's arm was around Fiona, protective. Stop minimizing it. I'm not. Roger stopped. Looked at both his children. Fine. You want to abandon her? Go ahead. But don't come crying to me when you realize what you've done. We won't, Garrett said. Roger walked away. Delilah hurried after him. We watched them go. Two people who'd rather protect dysfunction than confront it. Giuseppe's? I suggested. Giuseppe's. Everyone agreed. Over carbonara and wine we planned. Fiona and Trevor's move. Our new passwords. Our new boundaries. Our new life without Delilah's manipulation.